Imagine a world where hunger no longer exists, where the tools of daily life appear from thin air, and where scarcity itself is rendered obsolete. This is the dream of matter printers, technology that could one day bring the fantastical vision of Star Trek replicators into our real lives. Matter printers, in essence, promise instant creation: food, clothing, shelter, and even complex machines, all built atom by atom, layer by layer, in mere moments. At its core, the concept is about controlling matter with the same precision that we already control information. Today, when you hit print, a 2D image comes to life on paper. In the future, pressing print might yield a perfectly cooked meal, a spare part for your car, or a new pair of shoes, designed in software, produced in seconds, with no shipping delays or manufacturing bottlenecks. To understand how we might achieve this, we need to dive deep into the sciences of nanotechnology, quantum physics, molecular assembly, and energy transformation. The foundation lies in molecular nanotechnology, the ability to position atoms exactly where we want them. In the early 2000s, researchers began building molecular machines, tiny devices capable of moving individual atoms. By 2016, a Nobel Prize in Chemistry was awarded for the design of molecular motors, giving us a glimpse of a possible path to atomically precise manufacturing. But matter printers require more than moving atoms around. They demand systems that can assemble macroscopic objects at usable scales. This means scaling molecular control into vast parallel operations, like a billion nanobots working simultaneously to create an apple, or a smartphone, or a medical implant. Food printing is often imagined as the first breakthrough. Picture a machine in your kitchen connected to a supply of basic molecular feedstock: hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, minerals. With the right instructions, it arranges those building blocks into a steak that is chemically indistinguishable from one grown on a cow, or a perfectly ripe mango in the dead of winter. Unlike today's 3D food printers, which mostly shape pre-prepared pastes or gels, true matter printers would craft food molecule by molecule. Every flavor, texture, and nutritional element could be customized: less sugar, more protein, perfectly cooked every time. Imagine choosing your grandmother's secret recipe or inventing entirely new cuisines on the fly. Beyond food, matter printers could disrupt entire industries. Manufacturing as we know it would collapse and be reborn. Instead of shipping products across oceans, we transmit digital blueprints through a global internet of matter. A village in a remote region could download a tractor part, or an urban family could instantly create furniture, clothing, or electronics. The economy would shift from selling products to selling patterns, the instructions for matter printers to follow. This digital economy of objects would require new systems of intellectual property, licensing, and security. After all, if you can print a smartphone or even medicine, what stops someone from printing a banned chemical or weapon? The energy demands of matter printing would be immense. To convert raw atoms into organized structures requires not only the feedstock of molecules but also precise energy input. Some theories suggest that matter printers would be paired with advanced fusion power or zero-point energy harvesters to meet the colossal requirements. After all, rearranging matter at atomic precision is not cheap. Nature does it with enzymes and cellular machinery honed by billions of years of evolution. We would need artificial equivalents operating far faster and more universally. Another challenge is error correction. Even our most advanced 3D printers today suffer from flaws, misalignments, or defects. On the molecular scale, even a single misplaced atom could ruin a protein, short-circuit a circuit board, or poison a meal. Matter printers would need built-in quality assurance systems, likely AI-controlled, constantly scanning, measuring, and adjusting assembly in real time. The merging of artificial intelligence and nanotechnology would be key to making matter printers safe and reliable. Now let's consider the social impact. If matter printers become widespread, scarcity disappears. Hunger is solved. Housing shortages vanish. Clothing and medicine become abundant. But what happens to economies built on scarcity and trade? If anyone can print anything, does money still matter? Perhaps society would shift toward an abundance economy where creativity, ideas, and experiences become the new currency. The role of labor would change dramatically. Why work in a factory when the printer can make all you need? Entire industries, agriculture, shipping, logistics, retail, could be upended overnight. But not all effects would be positive. Abundance can breed new challenges. If people can print unlimited food, what prevents overconsumption, waste, or environmental imbalance? If weapons can be printed as easily as dinner, how do governments maintain security? Black markets of forbidden matter blueprints could emerge. Questions of regulation, ownership, and ethics would dominate politics in a world where anything can be conjured instantly. It raises the fundamental question: should all knowledge of matter printing be accessible to everyone, or tightly controlled? From a cultural perspective, matter printers would transform art, design, and human expression. Imagine printing sculptures impossible to carve by hand, or musical instruments designed with perfect acoustic properties. Clothing could be reprinted daily, new styles, textures, even self-cleaning fabrics. Personal expression would shift from buying brands to designing and printing your own identity. Artists would sell blueprints rather than physical works, opening new economies of digital creativity. Healthcare could be revolutionized. Need a transplant organ? Print it from your own DNA blueprint. Need personalized medicine? Print it in your home at the exact dosage for your body. Hospitals could carry matter printers to remote disaster zones, instantly producing supplies, prosthetics, and life-saving treatments. This could democratize healthcare worldwide, closing the gap between wealthy and impoverished regions. Matter printers could also be the backbone of space exploration. Instead of launching vast amounts of supplies into orbit, astronauts could carry only matter printers and feedstock. On Mars, they could print habitats, vehicles, tools, and even food from local resources, turning dust and ice into civilization. The same applies to deep space voyages. Starships equipped with matter printers could be self-sustaining, creating everything from spare parts to entire ecosystems as needed. Humanity's reach into the stars may depend on the ability to print matter at will. Philosophically, matter printers challenge our understanding of value. If everything can be created instantly, what is rare? What is precious? Diamonds lose their luster when they can be printed by the ton. Perhaps authenticity and originality become more valuable than material wealth. The real apple grown from a tree might be treasured more than the printed one, even if identical at the molecular level. Or perhaps humanity adapts, finding meaning not in objects but in the experiences and relationships that can't be manufactured. Technologically, we are not there yet. Current 3D printers are primitive precursors, working with plastics, resins, or metals. Advances in bioprinting are beginning to create tissues and simple organs, hinting at the medical potential. Nanotechnology labs are experimenting with atomic manipulation, and quantum computing may provide the raw intelligence needed to guide these processes. Fusion power research is ongoing to supply future energy. Piece by piece, the puzzle is being assembled. Matter printers may still be decades, even centuries away, but the seeds exist today. When they finally arrive, humanity will face a choice: how to wield this godlike power. Will we use it to eliminate poverty, hunger, and suffering? Or will we descend into chaos, with unrestricted matter printing fueling conflict and excess? The dream of Star Trek's replicator is not just about technology, it's about the maturity of civilization. It's about whether we can handle abundance responsibly, whether we can build a culture that thrives not on scarcity but on creativity, fairness, and vision. As we close our exploration of matter printers, imagine the sound of a device on your desk humming to life. In seconds, it delivers a hot cup of coffee, brewed to your exact taste. Or perhaps it hands you the cure to a disease that once ravaged humanity. Or maybe, with a flicker of energy, it prints the first building block of a city on Mars. Matter printers represent not just a future technology, but a future philosophy. A world where human imagination is the only limit. Imagine waking up to a day where every object you desire is at your fingertips, where the only limits are your imagination and ethical considerations. As you sip your perfectly brewed coffee, produced by your matter printer, you might wonder how this technology reshapes the essence of humanity, compelling us to reflect on our choices, our creations, and our connections in an age dominated by abundance. Each printed item carries not only utility but also the potential to alter our fundamental relationships with resources, society, and the very concept of value itself, echoing a world in which generosity could replace scarcity. As you savor your coffee, the implications of your matter printer start to unfold like a narrative ready to be explored. What if, instead of rushing to meet societal expectations for consumption, you could craft a life of intention and creativity from the comfort of your own home? The very act of creating would empower your sense of agency, allowing you to express individuality in ways previously unimaginable, where each creation becomes an extension of who you are and what you represent. Would this newfound power encourage collaborations, foster deeper connections, or perhaps even spark rivalries over ideas and designs in a realm where everyone has access to the means of production? Imagine stepping into a new reality where your home becomes an atelier of possibilities, where every desire converts into tangible creation at the push of a button. Picture the bustling atmosphere as family and friends gather, each sharing their unique inspirations and visions. The air thick with excitement as you collectively brainstorm designs, flavors, and styles that reflect your collective identities. You decide to host a dinner party featuring dishes synthesized in your matter printer, where every course tells a story of culture and personal flair. As you take your first bite, an explosion of taste transports you, revealing that every printed delicacy honors your family's heritage while intertwining the flavors of the world. Suddenly, mealtime transforms into a celebration of shared creativity, where necessity meets artistry, blurring the lines between cooking, culture, and community. In this brave new world, your kitchen becomes a canvas for artistry. Imagine the aroma filling the air as you print a gourmet meal, blending ingredients in ways that honor your traditions while celebrating diverse flavors from around the globe. Friends gather around the table, each dish an embodiment of your collaborative spirit, tantalizing desserts that echo childhood memories, savory entrees that spark conversations about innovation, and vibrant salads that showcase the beauty of sustenance crafted with intention. The act of creation not only nourishes the body but also feeds the soul, forging bonds that elevate shared experiences beyond mere consumption. With every sip and bite, you redefine hospitality, crafting not just meals but meaningful moments that invite reflection on the transformative potential of matter printing in art, community, and connection. The conversation shifts as you and your friends delve into the deeper possibilities of this technology. Imagine, one friend muses, if we could print entirely new instruments or even compose music in real time. The idea resonates, and suddenly the atmosphere buzzes with inspiration. As you gather around the matter printer, you all brainstorm the unique sounds and textures you could create, turning your space into a live workshop. Each note, each melody birthed from cooperation and creativity, reflects the essence of your collective identities, reinforcing the central role of art in this transformed society. Amid this vibrant atmosphere, one friend stands up, excitement bubbling in her voice. What if we print clothing that changes with our mood? The group pauses, enthused by the idea, considering garments that could adapt in color or style based on emotions. In mere moments, they begin envisioning vibrant outfits that not only express individuality but also tell an evolving story, a wearable testament to their adventures together. As the conversation flows, the room fills with laughter and aspiration, each person contributing their unique experiences, resulting in a communal tapestry of creativity that embodies the potential of matter printing. The momentum builds, with each person eager to push the boundaries of what their matter printer can produce. One friend suggests, how about we create a collaborative art installation that evolves with our emotions? As the group brainstorms, ideas flow freely, colors spinning and shapes shifting, all guided by the pulse of their sentiments. The thought of embodying feelings into a physical form captivates everyone, igniting their imaginations to run wild. They discuss how such an installation could capture fleeting moments, turning transient emotions into permanent expressions, marking their shared journey through life. In this world of matter printing, they envision not just creations, but legacies forged from their lived experiences, evoking a deeper connection to one another and the essence of human artistry. With the excitement pulsing through the room, someone raises a thought that echoes the group's collective vision. What about printed structures that adapt to our needs? This sparks a flurry of ideas, envisioning habitats that expand or contract based on the number of inhabitants or energy-efficient walls that adjust their insulation based on temperature changes outside. Each idea builds on the last, highlighting the profound implications for personal comfort and environmental sustainability. As they flesh out these concepts, they begin to understand how matter printing extends beyond mere convenience. It evolves into a powerful tool for societal transformation, reshaping not just their living spaces, but also their relationship with the environment. Would their new homes foster a greater sense of belonging and interconnectedness, forging communities that thrive through shared resources and collaborative design? As the pathway forward unfolds, hope replaces apprehension, guiding them toward a future where creativity fuels aspirations rather than consumption fuels desire. The conversation continues to pulse with energy as visions of a brighter future spill forth. What if our printed environments could help combat climate change? Another friend proposes, instantly captivating the group's attention. With renewed enthusiasm, they brainstorm eco-friendly designs, like vertical gardens materializing within their homes, cultivating fresh air while bringing nature indoors. Imagining a world where sustainable living is not merely a goal but embedded in their everyday lives, they explore how printed homes could utilize solar energy, turning their structures into self-sufficient ecosystems. As ideas build upon one another, the realization dawns that matter printing could usher in a harmonious relationship between humanity and the planet. The walls around them morph from static barriers into dynamic entities that nurture and protect, prompting deeper discussions about the responsibilities that come with newfound creation capabilities. As the excitement swirls, one voice calls for a moment of pause. Let's not forget the responsibility that comes with this technology, another friend asserts, reminding the group of the potential pitfalls of abundance. The discussion shifts to how they could safeguard their creations from misuse and ensure that their innovative spirits remain aligned with ethical guidelines, preventing issues like overconsumption and environmental degradation. Imagine if we could design our printer with ethical parameters, one passionate advocate suggests. It could limit materials produced to promote sustainability and ensure that every creation respects the planet. This notion sparks a constructive dialogue about creating a culture of accountability around matter printing, emphasizing the importance of integrating thoughtful practices into their creative ventures. As the discussions deepen, one friend leans in, excitement shimmering in her eyes. What if our matter printers could also help educate future generations? She proposes, suggesting that each printer could function as a learning tool, teaching children about science, art, and ecology through hands-on creation. The room falls silent for a moment, contemplating the vision of a world where education is no longer confined to traditional classrooms but instead becomes an interactive experience filled with discovery and exploration. Each child could witness the magic of transforming ideas into reality, fostering curiosity and creativity from an early age. This potential to revolutionize learning ignites a passionate dialogue, as they explore the idea of developing curricula that integrate matter printing, teaching not only skills but also values that celebrate ethics and sustainability. As they share their thoughts, the air is charged with optimism, brimming with the hope that this technology could cultivate a generation of compassionate innovators ready to tackle global challenges with imagination and integrity. Together, they recognize the profound influence of matter printing, not only in reshaping their own lives but also in crafting a brighter, more sustainable future for all. Amid the rich tapestry of ideas shared, someone chuckles and says, "What if we printed experiences? Like virtual adventures or immersive storytelling sessions?" The group falls into a contemplative silence, imagining how they could craft personalized journeys, letting friends and family step into the very stories they dreamed up together. They envision a world of printed memories, where nostalgia and imagination fuse, offering a chance to not just create, but to relive moments and explore new ones that defy the boundaries of time and space. Each printed experience becomes a portal to connection, reinforcing relationships in a society built on the celebration of creativity and collaboration. As the possibilities unfold, excitement buzzes in the air, reflecting the essence of human imagination that now knows no limits. Suddenly, the conversation branches into the realm of emotions, sparking a new wave of creative exploration. What if we could print experiences that transport us to different emotional states? A friend suggests, her eyes alight with inspiration. The room fills with enthusiasm as they contemplate the implications of accessing joy, calm, or even nostalgia through tailored sensory experiences, crafted entirely by their matter printer. Each creation could evoke cherished memories or inspire new adventures, intertwining their personal narratives with artistry. In this imaginative landscape, the fabric of existence expands, where every moment can be activated, transformed, and celebrated, enriching relationships and society alike. Together, they envision a world where emotional connection fuels creativity, crafting a future that transcends mere existence and embraces the richness of human experience. As the evening unfolds, one friend leans forward, a sparkle of revelation in her eyes, and suggests, "What if we could print emotional support tools?" The room buzzes with intrigue as they explore the idea of creating interactive companions that adjust to their moods, providing comfort when needed the most. Imagine devices that could produce soothing scents or play gentle melodies to calm anxieties, offering a personal sanctuary of well-being in their hectic lives. They consider how these creations could fundamentally alter mental health support, transforming isolation into companionship, all stemming from a simple stroke of creativity. This vision highlights how matter printers could nurture emotional resilience, cultivating a society where mental health is prioritized and addressed through innovation and compassion. Let's envision matter printers aiding in community projects, a friend proposes, eyes gleaming with possibilities. Imagine neighborhoods designing playgrounds, art installations, and resource centers collaboratively, printed directly from our collective ideas. The room lights up with the thought of communal creativity, where each printed project not only embodies local culture but also fosters unity and participation. As the night draws to a close, the group reflects on their discussions about matter printers, fueled by a sense of hope and innovation. They realize that this technology holds the key to a future rich in creativity, collaboration, and sustainability. Embracing the challenge of ethical responsibility, they pledge to harness their collective imaginations for the greater good, inspiring a world where abundance nurtures rather than diminishes their shared humanity. Hey, if you're enjoying this video and want to see more like it, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update.